Like
Well,
a
what are the
costume in
definitions that they gave for that?
Well,
Yeah.
the true
Would you call it
cosplayer,
what?
I think like the true cosplayer are like the full on cosplayers who not only make their costumes or buy their costumes, but they like full on throughout almost the entire day act out as that character.
I wouldn't call that a true cosplayer because in some cases that could just be severely stuck up. Because if you're acting a character all the time, it's gonna get annoying. You have to step out of character. You have to break character sometimes. You can't be in character all the time.
Right.
You have to be able to step away from the role. Like real cosplayer would be able to step away from the role and separate themselves from the character.
Yeah, I think it depends on
Makes sense,
on how your definition is of the, because like there's like there's the cosplayers as like what I call myself. I don't really consider myself a full on cosplayer. I consider myself more as a costumer because I enjoy I enjoy making the costumes and just showcasing them rather than actually enjoying some of the series sometimes and like knowing exactly who this character is and getting an idea of who they are and all that kind of stuff. So when you do the photo shoot, you know exactly what you're doing. So I think I consider myself more as a costumer than I do a quote cosplayer. But I guess that, like you said, depends on what your definition is for true, whatever the hell that means, cosplayer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It just varies from everyone.
Yeah, because it does vary. So like, what would you guys like consider yourself with your own definition?
Thinking poses.
Making your brains work.
Oh, I just
It's
hate
working all the
you.
time. I know, same here.
Slows you down.
Well, mostly I just shut down after I eat and just like watch television all day or all night.
Oh my god, so tempted to just like roll you up in a ball.
I think I have one, but yeah, just roll them up in a ball and see what happens.
Yay!
Oh no.
Yes, Rem is happy.
Anyway.
I can prize with that one.
Well then, okay, let's change it up. What do you guys think what would you consider like what would your definition be for a cosplayer then?
Just a cosplayer in general? Or like, do you want like cosplayer in general or like legit? Because like cosplayer in general is someone who, for me, would like try their best to dress up as the character and have fun as that character and go to stuff for Halloween or for cons or anything.
How about legit?
Legit? I would say screen accurate, like people that are like so into their costumes that they do every detail as humanly as possible. So that means like instead of wearing sneakers or tennis shoes, they would wear like whatever the character will wear with that outfit. So like boots or high heels or something.
Well, that only applies to women for right now. When with your house.
Charged.
Don't worry, Ariel. I do the same thing. I make sure I wear the heels. I'm like, what's the point? Okay, I'm sorry. Who the hell? Unless I know if you're like younger and you have like issues with your feet where they can be in pain. But who the hell would like take a character who wears high heels but walk around in sneakers?
I would be so ashamed. But the only forgiveness I will have is if I was in that person. If I would know that the person, or in general, like maybe towards like the end of the con-ish, and people are tired.
Yeah.
And it's been after a long time, maybe they don't want to wear the heels anymore because they've been wearing the heels for like ever.
Yeah.
Like for me, was wearing stilettos for a cosplay for a friend, and after a few hours, I can't wear heels. They hurt my feet because I have feet problems. I was just like, okay.
Well, that's what heels do in
It's
general.
been,
Like if you actually like look it up, heels are really bad for your feet. Like in terms of like,
They're so bad.
they are really bad.
I love heels.
I love
Washing
heels,
them
but I
forever.
won't wear them forever because I don't want my feet getting all fucked up.
Yeah. Like,
I don't want a
and
thing
walk
called
all around the
bunions.
con, so I switched to shoes. I was like, I'm not doing this anymore. I'm good.
I'll usually like bring a pair of like flats or sandals. So
Moving along.
moving along.
Everyone's version of a true cosplayer, I guess. You were saying?
Or a legit cosplayer.
Um,
It's hard for me to really say because whenever like the costumes that I wear are characters that I like, it was mentioned earlier that there has to come a time where you kind of have to turn off being that character, which that I definitely like don't mind doing at times when the time's right. There's a time and place to have fun being the character. When you're amongst like other people from the same game, TV show, anime, whatever. Just nerd with them. So it's a bit of a trade-off between both saint per se. So, but that's just me though. I'm more along the lines of enjoying the character, having fun. So it kind of goes both ways in a realistic sense.
Honestly, for me, like, I can see what you guys mean by in terms of trade-off as acting as the character at all times, but maybe because I know for me personally, I choose to cosplay characters that I relate to, that I behave similarly to, if not almost the same. And so, at least when I work on the outfits and when I'm out there, doing a photo shoot, or if I'm out with my group of people, I'm basically already, I feel like I'm automatically in character because I feel like there's almost nothing else that I could do unless the character had a specific behavior or trait to them that made them stand out from like all the rest. But at least I know for me, the characters that I cosplay, I pretty much already kind of act similarly to them, or there isn't much that I have to do to change my own personal behavior. So it's not really, it doesn't make a difference to me.
So here's one that I'm really curious about for you guys, because I never really asked anybody this, but I'm curious. Do you guys prefer sewing the costume and like making the clothing and all that kind of stuff, or do you guys prefer making the props that go along with the costume, like the accessories or weapons?
Props are fun.
Oh, I love making the props.
Sewing props are fun. You get to use power tools.
Yeah. I got to use a jigsaw for the first time. I love it. So much fun.
This is coming from the person who has 2 giant props. I don't think I count.
Well, okay. The katana, I guess, considers giant, but what about the gun? That's not really giant.
Did you make it?
Yes, I did.
Is it a rifle or is it like
Did
a
you have fun?
gun?
Yes, I did. And it's a machine gun. It's
So
Laguna's
you
gun.
had fun making it. Did
I
you
was
have
pissed
as much
off,
fun
though, when I
making
went
it
to
as you
AX,
did
though.
One of your outfits?
What?
Did you have as much fun making it as you did one of your outfits?
Oh, I would have way too much fun when it comes to making that kind of stuff. Just because I don't have to be as intricate with my fingers and all that kind of stuff. But, like, for me,
Looks like
I don't know what
prefer
it is.
then.
But, huh? What? Cloud?
Portal?
Did
It
you-
looks like you prefer the props.
Oh, I do. Because, like, I don't know what it is about the props, but, like, when I see when I see that complete, I treat that more as my baby than, like, my clothing. So, like, I'll be like, oh my god, don't touch it, don't touch it. Oh my god, it hit something.
Oh my god, same here.
That's how I am with my props. Yeah, no. I think a lot of cosplayers become more attached to their props in most cases than
Especially
their
if they
clothes.
made it.
Yeah, but there are some who prefer the making of clothes over props. I have one friend who's like that, and I'm tempted to go make one of my cosplays for me because I don't have time.
Sometimes I
likes that
feel like
I love those
making the
sweats.
props is a
Yeah.
little bit, sometimes depending, is like more creative than the clothing sometimes.
Mm-hmm.
Like, the
Because you
creative
have
for the
to come up
clothing
with
comes
things
from the
that are
patterns, but I like the creative that comes with of how to create this prop to make it light or durable or accurate, and like if you want, I love like all the different things that come in to make just one single thing.
Yeah, it's just you get to be a bit more creative in some cases with a prop than over clothes, because some people use patterns for clothes, but not all people do. Oh shucks, I can't talk. I'm tired.
I'm sorry.
Oh, brilliant! Now I'm being called cute. That's just Brilliant.
What's wrong with that?
But yeah, like I know, like I made my Link tunic without a pattern, so that was different compared to making stuff with a pattern. But I find the making of props, you get to come up with new ideas and use tools, probably not for the way someone had originally intended you to, but it's fun. Like I don't
Even
think
with all the pain
anyone
that comes with it.
6 foot
Uh-huh.
busters.
Good lord. That weighs 15 pounds.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
That's
technically,
like my
I
dog.
say it kind of sort of weighs 13, just to make sure it stays in limitations. But it weighs about 15.
That's like carrying my dog as a sword. That's way too heavy.
Yeah. My heaviest prop is probably maybe less than a pound. And it's pretty long too. It's my Titus sword.
The Brotherhood?
Brotherhood?
The Brotherhood, there we go. It's pretty long.
What did you make it out of?
I made mine out of special types of foam and plastic.
Oh, no wonder. I'm like, why is it so light?
Yeah, and it's so light I could like use one finger and then just
What?
hold it. Yeah, it's
special.
awesome.
Which one is
And
it?
even after a while, I'm tired of
197.
that.
You get tired of that?
Yeah.
Just
I
why?
just get lazy and
I
I
have
just
to
drag
push
it.
out to use
Oh
my
my
prop.
god, Leah.
Wow,
Did you
you
have to
should-
do it now?
Go into lighter materials. It's so much better.
Well, no,
That's just the wrong
it's
button.
it was a prototype. It's the first version of it, and now that we know how we made it, the next one's gonna probably take about a year or two to make. But with the way we're gonna make it, we're gonna make it so we can reproduce it.
Okay.
Because we're gonna have molds of it, so that we can mass produce them. But my friend Ian and I have the original.
Alright. Well,
That one will be a hollowed out wooden sword with foam insertion and lead weights in it.
okay.
It's fun.
I can't wait for the
And
props in
actually
my
have
new
full
cosplays.
Hmm?
I can't wait for the props in my new cosplays.
Okay.
Because like the
Which
ones
one?
I'm making right now, like I'm making armor, which is technically kind of like props or accessories for
It's
my
like a mix of both, honestly.
yeah, like for my friend, and she's gonna be cosplaying as Cosmos from Xenosaga, the third episode, and so I'm making the armor for her, and I'm pretty much making that out of styrofoam. But I'm super excited for when I start working on Val 4.
Valve.
Because
I
that
wish
is going to
I could
require a lot of props.
Props.
Cannot wait.
Oh. I wish I could make new cosplays and props, but I can't.
Well, I'm probably not going to work on it for a while because, one, I need money and I need storage space.
Oh yeah, that's
Yeah.
always extremely important.
I only get to go home for Christmas, and then I'm back in school, and then I get to go home when summer starts. Because of band, I can't go home till Christmas.
That sucks.
Yeah.
You'll be home for
So I don't get to do it.
Have any of you guys,
I'm sorry.
like ever got injured while making your props?
Oh god.
Like, small or big?
Like how injured
Oh, yeah.
are we talking about?
Like any kind of
Everybody
injury, like, because I
does.
remember when I was making my katana, I was, to give it that blade shape, I was shaving off the wood, and I was doing that for so long, I ended up creating, like, blisters on my finger, and I didn't even realize it, and then all of a sudden I had this stinging sensation on my finger, and apparently I popped it while I was still shaving. So I was like, what the fuck happened?
I
And then
read-
another one that I did was, I think when I was making the stents, I was doing something for Laguna's outfit, and I literally stabbed my hand with an X-Acto knife.
Oh, you're smart.
Yeah, I was very smart. I don't know what it was that I was doing. I was like cutting something, and it got stuck. And then when it released,
Oh, God.
I didn't stop it enough in time, so I ended up like stabbing myself in the hand. And I think I got like a good inch within my hand, so I was like, fuck!
Ow.
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 And it was in the
Ow.
worst possible
Oh.
spot because you know where that little where your thumb connects, where that little bump is.